I guess I can go anywhere I want if only I knew where to go. This is your quote, Libra. This is what came through for your reading. I guess I can do anything I want or go anywhere I want if only I knew where to go, if only I knew what to do. So, there's all this possibility in your energy. Isn't that beautiful? Like you can do anything. You can do what you want, but you don't know what to do or you don't know where to go. Um I was hearing a song by Alice in Chains. I don't know if you know who that band is. Um but I was like, it's not the song though. It's not the song that wants to come through. So I typed in the song in Google, and then Elaine Staley, was his last name Staley or Stanley? Lane Staley. Amazing singer. Oh my gosh. So I feel like there is something about Venus. I mean, you are ruled by Venus, but the voice, your identity, your voice that needs to come through, because this was just a quote by him. Like he's a famous singer. Um Alice in Chains in the rock metal world. They're very well known. But it's more for his lyrics and his voice more so than just his, quotes by him. And this quote, I was like, oh my gosh, that like it just that I knew that's what needed to come through for you. So, I've already pulled, this is a timeless reading, by the way, Libra. Welcome back. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name's Lucy. It's great to have you here with us. So, this is timeless. I see time as fluid, and especially for a general reading that's going out on YouTube, my intention is that when this finds you, that it's for you. I've already pulled some oracle cards, and we're going to get into the tarot together here on camera, and talk through those. So, but I've pulled from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck and from the Energy Oracle deck. You've got the Earth Keeper and the Tree of Life. There's definitely something about earth energy coming through here for you. So like you're naturally an air sign, but this is earth really that's coming through. Kind of a mixture of air and earth, I would say. um with the Earth Keeper, like what is your vision for the world? Like what kind of world would you like to live in? Now we often think, like I'm only one person, I can't really change the world. Now there are different pockets within the world, like somebody who lives in New York City lives in a very different world from someone who lives, in Appalachia in West Virginia. They live in two very different worlds. Like how we talk about, like people who are from two different worlds because they live really far apart, different ways of life. What kind of world do you want to live in? Libra is really coming through really strongly. And the Tree of Life talks about, I would say, your chakra system. Um, some of you, it's coming through as, that saying, like, and I think it comes from the Bible. I'm not sure. It could be a proverb, but about having deep roots so that when the wind blows, it doesn't knock you over. Um, so it's good to have balance, and you are Libra, and Libra is about balance. Um, we don't want to spend too much time with our head up in the clouds, up here imagining and dreaming. It is healthy to do some of that, but we can't spend all of our time there. As well as to be in your body and to be very physical. It's healthy to spend time there, but it's also, you want to have balance. You want to have your balance through all. Um, some of you could be balancing your chakras. You could be, yeah, I'm getting that there's an encouragement. So there's videos out on YouTube where they go through all the solfeggios. I don't even know how to pronounce it, honestly. I know how to read it with my eyes, but I've never said it out loud. They go through all the different frequencies for the different chakras to balance them, and you're meant to visualize, your chakras like a disc, and you're meant to visualize that disc moving at a steady rate with no obstructions. Would be really helpful to you. You've got adjacent possibilities and the angel of strength. There's something about, and I feel like this came up for somebody else, like if you can dream it, you can have it. If your imagination, your mind can conjure it up, that physically you can have it. But there is this need to, if that's the case, like you have to take physical action. You can't have, like I said with the Tree of Life card and your chakras, you can't be completely focused on physical effort and what you do in the physical. You still have to use your imagination and, manifest and visualize. Just like you can't just fully visualize and have everything that you want without taking any action. You can't just sit on the couch and daydream or meditate all day and expect to be able to pay the bills. You know what I mean? As awesome as that would be as a Pisces, heck yeah. I would meditate all day, heck yeah. And, be able to pay the bills, oh yeah. But no, life doesn't work that way. There's also something about how you can make the earth a better place. So I gave that explanation about, different parts of, and I was just speaking from the United States, but you could live in another country and that might not make sense. I don't know. The way I explained it. It would be like living in Iran versus living in, I don't know, Ireland. I think Ireland is pretty peaceful now, right? I know over the years, not so much. But there's also this feeling of like, how can you make your world a better place? What can you contribute? And I feel like this is also like you have more personal power than you think. You have more strength within you than you realize, is coming through from your spiritual team. There's this overarching theme of like, do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that dreams can come true if you go for your dreams? There's this passive energy, passive versus active, kind of like that yin yang. Yeah. Okay, Libra, let's get into the tarot. What you want Libra to know and be aware of? The Ace of Wands, new beginnings. Okay, they said take this for now. You've got the Ace of Wands, the High Priestess, the Empress. I told you that the Venusian energy was coming through. The Seven of Pentacles and the Hermit. Oh, and you have the Sun underneath the deck. That's a beautiful energy. This is like that strength energy. Like there's a lot of Leo energy coming through, which is like strength, vitality, letting your light shine, positivity, joy, optimism. Like what kind of world would you live in if you lived at full vitality? Like, if you could imagine yourself at full vitality, what kind of world would that be that you lived in? What would you be doing? Where would you be? What would you be doing? Who would you be with? Like, just kind of play those games in your mind, I feel like would be really important for you. The Ace of Wands is a card of creation, right? It's that spark of light and life. It's your imagination, putting your pen to paper. I don't know why I'm seeing him. I don't know if it's a him or a her. They're holding this wand over this stream, which represents flow, but I'm seeing it more as someone holding a pen to paper, putting thoughts into words and putting it onto paper. I don't know if you journal maybe, or you write. Maybe writing is something that you could do, that's standing out so strongly. I feel like there's this inspiration that's coming through to you, or you're about to unlock something within yourself that's going to get you excited. And then with the High Priestess here, this is something that's within you. This represents the 7th chakra to me, which is peace of mind. It's also the area where we can manifest, we can visualize, we can make something happen. We connect with our higher self and with a higher power. We don't always share this, right? I'm getting this like maybe this wall that you put up. So maybe some of you have felt inspired, and it's like, but you're not showing it, or you're not sharing it. It's all within you. And that could be that yin and yang. And the High Priestess with the Empress is such fertile energy to create, right? I feel like this is blessed. Like how I said, if you can visualize it, you can have it, but you have to take physical action to make it happen. The Empress is having that Midas touch. Like whatever you do, Spirit is backing you. Whatever you do on the earth, Spirit is backing you. And it's like it will have 10 times the impact. I don't know what it is that you're inspired to do or where you're inspired to go, that it's going to possibly change your life so much, Libra. But it's really powerful. You've also, I want to mention, you have divine counterparts here. You don't have to be in a relationship. This could be even a friendship that has to do with whatever this is. But the High Priestess and the Hermit, to me, sometimes I see the Magician as the counterpart, but I'm really seeing the Hermit as the counterpart right now to the High Priestess. This is Virgo energy. There's something about your solitude, and they're saying the world within. Okay, so I mean, your mind is a world, the mind is a world that we live in within our own bodies, right? Um honestly, and the imagination, it's a whole world up here that, I mean, there are people that live in the world that's inside their mind. And I feel like you do have a world that is inside your mind. I feel like, hold on. I feel like there's a lot of spiritual growth that will happen for you by following this inspiration. And like I said, with this adjacent possibility cards, there's there's a lot of ways this could turn out. There's a lot of doors you could walk through. I'm just getting like, not to say that you are naive, Libra, not by any means, but the way they're shown, or that you're not, you haven't had a lot of spiritual growth. You have, but the amount of soul growth that your soul wants in this lifetime, I feel like your soul is like, come on, let's do this, let's go, let's do this. I mentioned it at the beginning of the reading, your vitality. Some of you, the life that you're living right now, you might be tired. You might feel worn out and tired. Or, like something is missing or something like that. It just feels like something's not the way that you planned before coming here to live this life, if that makes sense. The Seven of Pentacles, this is like, is the juice worth the squeeze? This is looking at what you have to make your plans to move forward. So with the Empress here, like, you are very abundant. You are very ready, I would say. But there's like this analysis paralysis when it comes to taking action and moving forward. I want to give me a few more cards on this Seven of Pentacles and the Hermit. Got the Queen of Cups, the Five of Cups. So you may be anticipating a loss if you go this way, but the truth is, like, you've got the Queen of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Eight of Cups going on this adventure, this journey, this soul growth, whatever this is for you, going towards the world that you imagine living in, is actually going to help you let go and release some sorrows, some disappointments, things that didn't work out, things that, just things that we can hold on to, right? You're going to be able to release what no longer serves you. You're going to be able to walk away and let it go. And even the Eight of Cups, to me, this is the spiritual journey. This is the spiritual quest. And you're walking away from those Eight Cups. You're going towards your Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment. And this is clarifying the Seven of Pentacles and the Hermit. So, like, the Hermit with the Eight of Cups is really a strong, beautiful energy. And the Queen of Cups is a card of healing as well. And it's very spiritual. I want to clarify the Empress for you. Not exactly, let's clarify the Ace of Wands first. Because I don't know what this is for you, Libra. And it might be different for all of you. That would make sense. Yeah, the Queen of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Four of Cups. So the Queen of Wands is very confident, very independent, very charismatic. And when I think of the Hierophant and the Four of Cups together, I feel like you're bored with tradition. You want to do something different. You want to do something outside your comfort zone, outside of the day-to-day life that you live. The Hierophant is what is tried and true. It's rules. It's, established. It's just it's, structure. and ritual. And if it's not aligned with your inner truth, like how we have the Four of Cups here, which is boredom, apathy, not seeing this offer that's being presented to you because you're just, like I said, you could be just up in your imagination, daydreaming about something different. I feel like this Ace of Wands is here, like, Libra, you can have something different. You can move in this new direction, and you can live in a whole new world if you want to. If you want to break tradition, if you want to break free of outdated structure in your life, and you can let go. Let's see. Let's clarify the Empress. Clarify the Empress for Libra, please. Yeah, the Nine of Swords. There's some anxiety, worries, fears. The King of Wands. And the Three of Pentacles. So we've got the King and Queen of Wands here. So if you're in a partnership, like, you are coming through as the Empress, but we've also got the King and Queen of Wands here. So this is divine counterparts, right? If you're in a relationship, there's some worries and fears that your King of Wands, or if you're the King of Wands and they're the Queen, there's some worries and fears, like, are we on the same page? Can we, collaborate here and create a new world together? Others of you, when it comes to, if you're not in a relationship like this is your masculine and your feminine. Remember how I said I saw your yin and yang? And there's, like, the Hermit and the High Priestess. There's something about your masculine and your feminine getting on the same page. There could be some fears around taking action, like using your masculine energy. You've got the Empress here, right? But you've got the King of Wands. So your feminine energy you're much more in control of your feminine energy than you are your masculine energy. And it's like, can my feminine and masculine energies work together well and make this happen? And there's anxiety around this masculine energy. And masculine energy is about being bold. It's about having a vision and taking action towards it, especially with the King of Wands, being that visionary leader and creating something that will have a lasting impact. I'm also getting your legacy, whatever that means for you. This is really powerful, Libra, whether you're in a relationship or not. I feel like if you're in a relationship, you're going to see, if you decide to bring this up with your partner and have a conversation about this, I feel like there would be a common goal here. I feel like the two of you would work well together, and be good counterparts to make this happen, to build your own world that you want to live in. And if this is your masculine and your feminine, like, the Nine of Swords is fear, but like fear of shame, fear of, I get this fear of shame, fear of embarrassment, fear of not succeeding, fear of, yeah, I feel like this is your opportunity to overcome that and to be the leader in your life that your soul wants you to be, right? This is pretty powerful. All right, that is what I have for you, Libra. I am sending you lots of love, wishing you all the best. Until next time, bye.